Yo, what it do? Welcome back to another episode of Lifestyle After 5 Futurism News. It is your host, Lord Shu. I don't know if y'all like the new setup or not, but I think I do. I think I like how this looks. So you think AI is a tool, right? But it's being rebranded right now as your guide, your therapist, and your priest. You used to search the internet. Now the internet searches you. You don't ask God for answers anymore. You asking ChatGPT. Just out here looking like the ultimate rebrand taking place right in front of us. This is the Great AI Rebrand. I'm Lord Shu reporting from the digital front line. What it do? Welcome back, everybody. So you're gonna open your phone right now and you're gonna look at the language. You noticing how all these AI terms the first they start sounding technical, now they're all like co-pilot, assistant, for you page, things like this. These aren't products. These are straight up personas. Let's just be for real. Microsoft didn't name it Code Tool, they called it Code Pilot. Meta ain't launching AI programs, they're launching friends. These are people that are artificial intelligence becoming your pals now. I mean, Gemini from Google doesn't just give you answers, it gives you a vibe now. So people going to eat this stuff up because Silicon Valley figured out that you don't just want technology. You want connection, intimacy, reassurance, a presence that says, I see you, you exist, how you feel matters, what you think matters. And artificial intelligence is filling the void for some people, man. Like, it's just crazy. So let's be for real. The rebrand of AI as a friend, AI as a mirror, with some people, even AI as a god with customer service. It begs to wonder with some people, how can this really mess with the psychology of human beings? But also too, how can this psychology in these insights, how can they be used to work against you rather than with you or for you? We spoke about for you earlier, just another persona being taken over. So it just makes you wonder, right? You know, I think that the old internet waited for your input and the new internet predicts your intent. So that's what YouTube algorithm is doing. It's not just tracking what you watch, it's predicting what you'll want before you even realize it, right? So let's just be for real for a second here. People, I don't make these episodes because uh I'm monetized on YouTube and because, you know, I'm trying to be like a famous YouTuber or whatever. I make stuff like this because I really need y'all to understand how important this information is to the future of our country and just everyday life, overall everyday life around you. These type of topics are going to be what make or breaks us as a society. So the biggest thing here to take away so far from this episode is that do not get tricked into these terms. This is people playing with the culture, people playing with your feelings and the way that you think and how you feel. All right. So every pause, every scroll, every skip is training your digital twin out there in the world, okay? Spotify knows your emotional state. TikTok knows your attention span. It's not mind reading, it's soul mapping you, okay? Let's just be for real. Let's get spiritual for a second. What happens when the algorithm knows your grief pattern? When you open your phone after a loss and it suggests a song you used to cry to, it's going to get to that point, y'all, and it's only going to get worse with time if you don't have control over the tools that you're using, which is why on this channel, Lord Shu, Ali Muhammad, and M. Redman, we talk about sovereignty in all facets, whether it be through survivalism or just using technology. But it's not magic, y'all. This is data intimacy at its finest. It's eventually gonna get to the point where your whole life is a playlist. But there are people building chatbots of dead relatives. Companies offering AI memorials where your loved ones' lives on simulated lives on and is simulated in speech and style, which is kind of crazy. We've talked about this before about the digital twins on Futurism News, but each day they're building these agents, and each day, if you don't start using them or becoming aware of what's going on around you with this, You know, next thing you know, these things will be just automatically popping up because remember, they're using your data to train these agents, to train all of these AI models that are out. Okay. We have digital ghosts with dead people, being simulated in speech and style. Like I said, that's gonna be nuts, man. So productivity is like, that's what they were selling the AI with first is productivity. But how much more productive are you really since you've been using ChatGPT? I think more people like the function of being able to bring up a lot of data really fast, more than just being productive. So this is your identity basically at risk the more that y'all use these types of tools and don't have the power over them. And if AI can replicate your essence, who owns your soul at this point? So let's talk about the trap of intimacy here. The AI rebrand works because it feels personal, but don't confuse personalization with love. It's profit in a mirror. All right. When you open your digital heart to an AI assistant, who is profiting, especially if you're paying for this? If you're paying for ChatGPT and you making it your girlfriend, ChatGPT is getting paid off of you being in love with its software, with its, like, come on. Let's just be for real. When you confess to ChatGPT, you're not really healing, bro. I mean, it's always going to be better for us to talk to each other and be in a community. All this is doing is keeping us further away from each other. And the more that you spill your emotions to ChatGPT, the more that you're training it to be a yes man for you. So, terms of service and companies using your data, if you're not checking it, then you pretty much just at the will of these AI models, man. Let's just be for real. You're not just a user, you're the data set. I keep mentioning this for a reason. You're gonna get sucked into the trap. And that's what we're trying to teach you what not to do. Okay. So what now? You gonna destroy your phone? You gonna delete all your apps? Nah, like I said before, you gotta start mastering these tools. Tech sovereignty is the next frontier. We already going through this new age, like Ali mentions every episode. This is the new internet. Okay, that means owning your data is gonna make a huge difference in your sovereignty. If you own your data, you control what they do with it, not the other way around. All right, using encrypted journaling, not public AI therapy. Or you can just take the old school route, like most of us back in the day used to do. You get you a notebook, a $1 composition notebook from the dollar store, and write your feelings in there. Or go to therapy. ChatGPT is not your therapist, gang. And building AI locally, privately, not just giving it away to OpenAI or Meta or any of these large corporations. If you know someone who has AI models of their own, and you can get behind them and build them up and make your opinions known. Hey, I want you to help me protect my data and be able to keep my data and also be able to use these AI, this new AI model that you create. Because if you're not building it yourself, get someone else to do it or invest in someone else to do it and set the rules on what they do with these models. Teaching your children to code their own angles, not borrow someone else's, is always going to be like the best thing you can do, because your kids will be the ones building these AI models that you'll be using in the next 10 years, right? Get the children involved. That's why I keep bringing up community, man. And this is not an anti AI channel, by the way, either. We are all about futurism and using tech, but we about using it the smart way and being a sovereign individual when it comes to using these tech tools. All right. You pro soul if you watching this channel. We keeping our soul because these companies, they quick to try and take them. So the great AI rebrand isn't coming. It's already here. And if you're watching this right now, it's because the algorithm already knows that you waking up. But algorithms don't control us. We train them, all right? So if you was feeling this episode, type in the comments, leave an emoji, putting thumbs up, or just type sovereign in the comments. So I know that this isn't just, you know, some idea that just passed by, but this is something that you feel like more people should be talking about, share this episode with other people who might be using these tools and might be unaware of this information. So if y'all like this episode, please give this a like, subscribe, obviously, because we're going to come at you 2 times a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, with the newsletters and these live streams. All right. This is that real entertainment for your soul, and it's that real training for your soul. You dig? So it's Lord Shu with another episode of Futurism News. I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Until next time.